Hello friends, so today we're going to discuss the problem like 4 from the latest CodeChef problem set from the December long challenge. The problem is like positive prefixes, and the problem statement is little bit confusing to like many of the members of my channel also, and I'll make you understand the problem statement in simple terms first, and then we'll move down to the like explanation and the code part itself. So you are given two positive integers n and k such that k is less than or equal to n. Okay, find a sequence of n numbers, as you can see, such that for each valid I, ai is either I or I, like I or minus I. So as you can see, for every I, which means that every numbers in this series, for every valid I, the number is either I or I minus I. So let's assume that if I have some numbers 1 2 3 4 5, then the numbers in the array should be 1 2 3 4 5 only, and they can be minus, plus, minus, whatever they want. Okay, and then but there is also one more constraint, that there are exactly k values of I such that for 1 till n, and this is greater than 0. So what you can see in this is, because I is ranging from 1 till n, and this is actually a prefix sum from 1 till I, this is like a prefix sum. So there are k exactly values such that the prefix sums for that I is greater than 0. What this mean by this is, so let's assume that if I find out the prefix sum for this, for like this also. So for every possible prefix sums, so there are like total of 5 prefix sums, there should be exactly k prefix sums which should be positive, or it should be greater than 0, not 0 also, but greater than 0. And that's the whole problem. You have to form like this sequence such that there are exactly k prefix sums which should be greater than 0, and that's the whole problem. Now what you can see in this problem is, if there are multiple answers, you can like output any of them, and there is also one answer which always exists. So in such type of problem, what you can do, always try to draw test cases, okay, so that you can get the idea. So I'll draw it for 5. Okay, now let's assume that this is, which means that my n is equal to 5, and for first value let's assume that my k is equal to 1. Let's start from k equal to 1, which means that I only want that only one of my prefix sum is positive, rest all of the prefix sums should be negative. If I want only one prefix sum to be positive, let's say that I make only the first element positive and make all the elements negative, so that for the first prefix sum it's only one which is positive, other of them it's negative, because if we do a sum of them it is negative, and this is also negative. So the prefix sums are all negative. So as you can see, if k equal to 1, then the answer is if you just make the first element positive and all the rest of the elements negative, so which is fine. Cool. So this is the one observation you can see. Now let's start for k equal to 2. For k equal to 2, what you can do here, let's try to do the same thing, make the first two elements positive and all the rest of the elements negative. So as you can see, the first prefix is positive, the second prefix consists of these two elements is also positive, the third prefix is equal to 0, and which is not valid. We only want that the first only two prefixes are greater than 0. All the rest of the prefixes are negative, as you can see, and this prefix is also 0, so which is also not counted. So there are only two prefixes which is greater than 0, so this is also fine. For k equal to 2, this condition is also fine, that you just make the first two elements positive and all the rest of the negative elements negative. So this is also fine. Now can we extend this logic for k equal to 3 also? Let's see that. If we make k equal to 3, that if we take first three elements, make them positive, and make all of the rest of the numbers negative, then the first prefix is positive, which is 1, second prefix is 3, third prefix is 6, all of them are positive. The next prefix is, because it is 6 minus 2 is 2, which is also positive, and we only want that my k equal to 3, that we should only have 3 positive prefixes, but now we have 4 positive prefixes, so this is wrong. We cannot take the first 3 elements, like this logic cannot be extended for more than k equal to 2. So k equal to 1 and k equal to 2 it's fine, but k equal to 3, 4, 5 and it's not possible. So okay, this logic is done. Now if k is equal to 5, which means that all of the prefixes should be positive, so all the numbers should be positive, which is also fine. So we have found out the answer for 1, 2 and 5. So 4 and 5 are also left. sorry, 3 and 4 are left. Okay, so for 4, like I observed that what I can do here is, if I want that all of the prefixes are positive except one, all of the prefix should be positive. So I'll do the same thing. I'll make the first prefix negative and all of them should be positive. So as you can see in this, the first prefix is negative, the next prefix is 1, the next prefix is like 4, and then this is 6, so and so on. So as you can see, this is also positive. So for 4 also we find out some pattern, but for 3 there is no pattern. So let's assume that we have 10 numbers, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So for 1 and 2 and the last two elements, which is 9 and 10, so for every sequence, the first two elements and the last two elements k value, we can find out the value using this pattern. But for the middle values, so if you want to find out that k equal to 3, k equal to 4, 5, like we don't find a pattern there, so we have to find out some pattern for this also. So let's take a keen look in this problem. We'll draw it for 5 also. Okay, if we cannot do negative signs or positive signs consecutively, just try to do it alternatively. Can we do it alternatively? Let's check. If I've put the first element negative, then the summation of these first two elements, this is negative, this is positive, and this is also positive. But if I make this negative also, let's see that if I make this negative, this is alternative, so this will be negative, and this will be positive, and this will be positive. And as you can see, now I have achieved k equal to 3 also, which was I was not able to achieve in n equal to, like if for n equal to 5, 1 and 2 are achieved, 4 and 5 are achieved, 3 is not achieved, but this is achieved. When we achieved it, when we place the signs alternatively. So that's a good logic you can see. So as you can see, if I put just 2 signs negative, then I can see that I can get 3, because for every 2, if I put 1 negative, the other number will compensate it. So this will become negative, this will become positive. So now for these two elements, I have 1 negative and 1 positive. If I do the same, I have 1 negative and 1 positive. This is, but because I don't change the sign, this is positive only. So this is fine. So let's extend this logic only and make this logic like a broader logic. So let's do it for 7, and then we will go to the code part, because after 7 you will become more clear. So for 7, 1, we can find out that for 1 we just make all of them negative. For 2, we can make the first two element positive and all of them negative. For k equal to 7, we can make everything positive. For k equal to 6, we can just make the first element negative. So because we know the answer for 1, 2 and the last two elements. For k equal to the first two values and the last two elements, we will find out. For k equal to 3, so we have to find out that 3 elements should be positive only. What we can do, we can make this element negative, this element negative, this element negative. So now this element is positive, this element is positive, this element is positive, and we make also this negative. So now as you can see, this we have 3 sub arrays like prefixes, this prefix, and this prefix, which is only positive, else every prefix is negative. So for 3, we have to put 3 negative signs alternatively. Okay, can we do or find out the answer for 4? For 4, we want 4 positive prefixes. Okay, so just do the same thing, 1 negative, 2 negative, 3 negative. As you can see, there is now 1 prefix positive, second prefix positive, third and fourth. So there is 4 prefix positive. Okay, now find out the answer for 5. 1, so now 1 prefix positive, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So it's like we are taking our negative signs to the last point. So we are first, like it's like for k equal to 1, we just put 1 negative. For k equal to 2, we put 2 negatives. For k equal to 3, second negative, then negative. And then because we cannot put some more negatives, just start removing negative signs. And that's the logic for this problem. What we can do, we can put numbers like signs alternatively, and then if we exceed this part, the middle value, which means that for k equal to 7, so sorry, for n equal to 7, how many negative signs I can put at max? I can put 1 negative, 2 negative, 3 negative, 4 negative. So 4 negative signs I can put. After 4 negative signs, we have to again backtrack. Backtrack means that now I should not put negative signs more. I should start removing these negative signs. And that's the logic for this problem. Now the code part is a little bit tricky, what I coded. So as you can see, for k equal to, because if you want like only one element positive, so let's assume that if you want one element positive, what we can do, we can make the first element positive and all the element negative. Okay, then if you want two element positive, what we can do, we can make the first two elements, these alternative elements, positive, and all the other elements negative. So this is the logic, like you can code it out, or sorry, not like you can draw it out to even absorb this, how this problem is solving. And for this problem, I will take down to the code part to even make it more clear. So this is the code. I've just find out the answer for the border cases, which I've told you. There are 4 cases. For k equal to n, the answer is just all the numbers are positive. For k equal to like n minus 1, the last minus 1, we just put the first element negative and all the elements are positive. For k equal to 1, the first element is positive and all the other numbers are negative. For k equal to 2, the first two numbers are positive and all the other numbers are negative. Then we just came to the main part. For all the other cases, what we'll do, we will find out the middle. Middle means that we are finding out how many negative signs I can put. Okay, so now we are finding out the middle element. And now if it's odd, because like as you can see, if it is 7, how many negative signs I can put? 7. For this, we are actually finding out the seal of this, which is the total number of length of this divided by 2 of this seal will give you how many negative elements I can put. We are actually finding out the seal. And then we have 2 cases. Whether my key, like how many numbers of negative numbers I have to put, is greater than that, it has overshooted, or it is less than. If it is overshooted, then we have to backtrack also. Like we have to not make everything negative. We have to find out how many numbers we have to make negative. So because we know that total number is n, we just make this n minus k. N minus k is the number of numbers we have to make negative. Because see, we know the total number of elements, and k is greater than the alternative numbers. So let's say that there are 2 numbers more. So these numbers are subtracted from m because those numbers will be backtracked and both those numbers will be reduced from this like numbers. We have to like make the numbers negative. So that's what we're going to do. We will iterate from 1 till l all the numbers n. So because we are making the odd numbers negative, the first number, the second number, like the third number and fifth number. So if it is odd and there is some value in the middle, because middle will give you how many numbers we have to make negative. So if this is also given, so we have to make all of those numbers negative and subtract middle. Else we have to just print out the numbers in positive. And that's the logic for this problem. If k is less than mid, which means that all the numbers, which means that if I have to make some numbers positive and all other numbers negative. So if we make all the numbers negative like this, and if we don't overshoot this final value, then let's assume that if we want to make only 2 values greater than 0 or 2 prefixes greater than 0, then just make all of those 2 prefixes greater than 0 and all the rest numbers should be negative. So what I mean by this is, let's assume that we have these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have to make only 2 numbers, 2 prefixes positive and all the other numbers, or like for 6 and 7, all the other numbers negative. So make the first number negative, and this prefix will give you the first positive prefix. Make this number negative, and this prefix will give you the second prefix, which is positive, and make all the other numbers negative. So what I mean by this is, if I put the first number and the second, like this alternative numbers negative, then by doing this, because we have these positive numbers also, this will make k equal to 2 numbers which are positive or positive prefixes, and all the rest numbers should be negative, because if we go beyond this, then the numbers or prefixes should be negative, because we only want 2 positive prefixes. And that's what we're going to do. We'll iterate it from 1 till n, and we'll see that how many negative signs we have to do, because the k will tell you how many negative signs we'll do, because for k equal to 2 we have to put 2 negative signs. So whenever we're on the odd position, we will find out or put a negative sign and subtract k by 1. Else if it is an even position, we'll just print out I. Or if we go, because so let's assume that my k equal to 2 and I have to put 2 negative signs. So first negative sign, second negative sign. When I come to this point, from this point we have to put all the numbers negative. So because that's why we just break out of this point, and after this we'll just put all of the numbers negative. So I hope you get the intuition of this problem. For all the odd positions, because we know that k equal to 2, for k2 positions we have to put negative signs. But after the third position will come, we don't have to put a negative sign, we have to make all the numbers negative. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We'll just, for the first half of the series, we could put negative, positive, negative, positive. And after this, when we come to the position in which we have to put all the numbers negative, we'll make all the numbers negative. So we'll break out of this loop, which is putting positive, negative elements. and then we break out of this loop and then put out all the other rest of the numbers negative. So it's a little bit confusing, but if you draw out the test cases and understand the code, I will put the link of this code in the description. So then it will become more clear. I hope you get the intuition, logic, as well as the code of this problem. And if you like this explanation, you can hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and also share this video for your friends so that they can also learn new things. I'll see you next one. Keep coding. Bye.